What you about to witness is my thoughts. Just my thoughts, man. Right or wrong, just what I was feeling at the time. You ever felt like this? Vibe with me.
So, I had a meeting with a business partner on Wednesday, and they brought up a question that really made me think. They stopped the meeting and asked me, what is an entrepreneur? And in my mind, I thought this question was extremely weird coming from this person because they are an entrepreneur, and I questioned, why are you asking me this at this moment, because we were talking about some really important stuff. But I stopped and pondered. Instead of just answering instinctively, I stopped and thought about the question, what is an entrepreneur? And the definition I gave of what an entrepreneur is something that's typically found in probably most textbooks and dictionaries. I basically explained that an entrepreneur is someone who starts a business or businesses and takes on financial risks with the hopes of receiving a profit in the future. And when I gave this definition, the person still stopped and asked me, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure. I consider myself to be this, so it would be weird if I didn't know, what that was all about. So they asked me if I was sure, and I answered it. And then they said, well, they'll give me their version of what they think an entrepreneur is. And they basically repeated what I said, but the element that they added was that entrepreneurs do all of that stuff, but they work with others to get it done, and they collaborate. And I stopped and smiled because I really feel that what they were saying is a very important element of entrepreneurship that's often left out. The part where we collaborate. Like, we all have different strengths, and we all have different talents. And usually, what we do is we think in an individual way where we try to tap into our strengths the most and tap into our talents the most and make the most out of them. And that's actually a great thing. But at the end, we'll be limited on how much we can accomplish in a certain time period. In life, one of our most important variables in doing anything is time. So you want to make the most of your time and do stuff as efficiently and effectively as possible. And I feel like a way to really get this done is through collaboration, the element that's often left from the definition. Through collaboration, we're able to come together, pool our resources, and pool our skill sets. You focus on your strengths, tap into that, get it done. The next person focuses on their strengths, taps into that, gets it done. And we really bring the most out of the project. And instead of just getting something done, we get it done efficiently and effectively, and in a way that's extremely productive. So I feel that on this journey as an entrepreneur, of course you'll feel like, oh, I'm on my own, I'm trying to do this. And I mean, it's a lot of times you will be on your own in a sense, but don't forget to collaborate with others. You can work vigorously at what you're doing and tap into your potential and make the most out of what you're doing by yourself, but without others, you'll only go so far. So let's say this, say you're good at sales, say you're good at marketing, you have that skill set. Tap into that, make the most out of that. Find someone else who you can collaborate with and who you can trust, who can do the other elements. You come together and leverage your skill sets. In a lot of cases, when you're starting as an entrepreneur, a major limiting factor will be things such as capital. So if you don't have capital, in a lot of cases, that limits you on the things you're able to do. So collaboration is a great way to get past that barrier. Because if I have a friend who does this, instead of going out and paying someone else, I collaborate with my friend and let them do this. And I bring value to the table too. So I'm not just going to them saying, oh, do this for free, and you don't get anything out of the equation. If I have a friend, for example, that does one thing, say graphic design, I want them to do something, I let them do that, and I bring my skill set to help them leverage that brand, and we both exchange value. So at the end of the day, I believe it's all about value exchange. And I just believe that when we think of what an entrepreneur is, of course, it's taking on financial risks to try to generate revenue and try to generate profit in the future. But we also need to think about the element of collaboration, which is key to being a successful entrepreneur.